That's Moss power.
Round two in the John Moss, Tim Allen Car Guy Connection would be the one-off tool-time van. Built specifically to appear on the show and loaded with blue-painted Binford tools to represent the fictitious sponsor of Tim Taylor and Al Borland, Tim's long-suffering assistant. It was loaded with sight gags, Al's fire extinguisher, and Tim's, something for a larger emergency. And mounted in the drop-down ramp, the table saw that doubled as a lunch meat slicer, and the paint mixer that also does shakes and malts, and the large 911 call button when extreme power projects get out of hand. And the tool-time van has its own version of extreme power. Punch the button and open a cutout to free-flow straight pipe. Like the Impala SS, it was another one-off, with John Moss going for the promotion and the publicity for GM.
When we did the Impala, that was just a one-off specialty car just for Tim Allen. The same way with the tool-time van, that was clearly something for the TV show. But the Cadillac's a different story. The Cadillac has been really refined to do a piece that could go into production.
And that's the way they approached it at Wheel to Wheel, John's primary contractor for special vehicles. From the extended ground effects for the rocker panels that would combine with a 1-inch drop to tie the car closer to the road, to the handcrafted grille that could help cure the bug-eyed look of the stock DeVille, all the changes would be subtle as the ideas moved back and forth between John and Tim while Tim was making movies. And they were making discoveries in the process, like how to hide the night vision hole in the grille.
Now, what we did for the infrared signal in here, we found out that infrared will go through the grille, and you can see that here's the pieces being made right now. This is the Cadillac press with the holes cut out. The infrared will go right through there, and that will be put right dead center of the grille.
It's a small detail, but a nice one, as is the rear end change, narrowing the huge license plate surround for a cleaner look. And inside, more wood-look trim to tie the dash together, and seat changes from wide bottoms to enthusiast support.
These seats are the original seats. And what we've done on here is we've really dropped the bund portion down about 1 inch and raised the side bolsters about 1.5 inches. So you've got really about a 2.5-inch differential. What this does is, and also we brought the side bolsters out on the seat back and also deepened the seat at the back itself. What that's done is given you a lot more lateral support.
Then there's the 4-piston Brembo calipers in front with cross-drilled rotors, hiding behind 18-inch Koenig mags wearing sticky Z-rated 45 series Goodyears. And the Northstar V8 was also getting attention with some classic hot rodding modifications that would find another 100 horses over the stock version. 398 peak horsepower with changes that increased torque to 362 pound-feet.
We changed to a forged piston to raise the compression ratio up to 12-to-1. Ported the cylinder head by hand to enhance airflow, and basically blueprinted the cam timing, but left Cadillac parts in it, and they're very strong. They were able to take the additional power without any problem. Pretty minor things, little subtle changes to increase the power. A lot of it's in the exhaust and the headers on the engine. It's a little louder than a normal Cadillac, but it's got a little more power behind it too.
The exhaust system is a custom design from Corsa Performance, 3.5-inch tubing through a high-flow muffler, back to a 2.5-inch Y-pipe to the twin resonators on each side.
It's going to set right up in here like so. The only thing that's not correct is the tips, in which we're going to be changing the tips to a straight-out hydroform tip. Other than that, it's really a great sounding system. It enhances the increased engine performance dramatically.
So how does it all work? Well, coming up, Chubba and Tim do some track testing to see if the Tad Caddy could become the AMG and M Series of Cadillac.
Feels like a big horse. wonderful though, sliding this thing around. See if we without braking. Whoa, yeah.
The power and handling modifications for Tim's one-off DeVille aren't really new for John Moss and Wheel to Wheel, since they've already built a fleet of high-performance Sevilles as the official pace cars for Le Mans. It's a case of transferring that development work to the Big Caddy. And from Tim's first laps, it's apparent that it's working.
A little bit before the straightaway, and then we're back on the throttle. Nice. Much better, guys, much better. Breaking in here.
And our own performance testing shows a difference in the numbers, with the extra 100 horses shaving 7/10 off the 0 to 60 time down to 6.7. And those big Brembos and the Goodyears have shortened the braking from 70 miles per hour down to 179 feet. And now Chubba is making use of the increased grip, now 0.82 Gs in the corners, with Tim, the race driver and designer, in the passenger seat.
So much different when you're a passenger. You go, what's he gonna do?
I don't want to scare you. If
No,
I am,
I'm-
just
no,
let me know.
no,
It's
you're
not
not.
my goal.
I want you to drive the car. Just didn't. You've driven out here.
Yeah.
But other than that, nobody's thought to tell Tim that this is Car and Driver's home track, and Chubba knows it like the back of his hand. So the fast times are more thrilling than expected.
Chubba Cheddar? Of course, I have no idea that he knows how to drive a car. You know, it's like, hey, if I were you, I would, it takes one lap and says, oh, he knows more than I do. Here, I think I'm the big shot. All of a sudden, I'm screaming, I watch, oh, Jesus! Because he was getting it really nice coming out of here. Both said the same thing. It's real, you don't feel torque steer. And I said, overall, this is a weird turnabout. You might be better off with front wheel drive.
Yeah, well, there's so much more grip with these wheels and tires and all the suspension that the Stabilitrack is still thinking it doesn't have that kind of grip, and it's cutting in a little early.
It's like a big stallion, though. I really like it. It is what it is. You can fit 4 guys in this comfortably, and stuff in the trunk, and it's a big car, and it's in front-wheel drive. I'm just amazed at how well this thing came out.
So now the question is whether customers who can afford an M5 or a big Mercedes might be more attracted to a performance version of the American-made DeVille. Tim thinks it's going to be a hit, and that the Tim Allen Designs Caddy can be the American AMG.
Just wait. I don't know how to tell you what'll happen. Where I drive this thing in LA, I'm gonna have so many people asking what that thing is.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? It's this Cadillac. Can I get that car? Well, yes.
Yes, maybe, if Cadillac gets enough interest to think about building this piece to sell.
What I want to do is see if we can't get a mark that will compete with AMG and the M Series.
Got the full handling package as well as the horsepower, and it makes it very competitive to some of the foreign products.
Well, it'll all depend on how this manifests itself, if it does into a consumer version.
Well, right now we're at step 1, Tim, and we're just going to have to see where your input, consumer input, and everything else comes to play, and be up to Cadillac now to make a business case and see where we go from there.
Up to Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary thought, isn't it?
Call now for your free copy of Car and Driver, the world's largest automotive magazine. Car and Driver delivers fact and opinion, testing and comparing hundreds of the hottest new luxury cars, sports cars, exotics, pickups, vans, and sport utility. Plus, Car and Driver's exclusive 10 Best Awards, all served up with classic wit, attitude, and humor from the world's most popular automotive editors. Call now and get your free introductory copy risk-free. If you like what you see, you'll get 11 more issues, 12 in all, for only $11.97. That's a 72% savings off the newsstand cost. We'll bill you later. If you choose not to subscribe, simply return the bill marked cancel. You'll owe nothing and the free issue is yours to keep. If you're an enthusiast, get up to speed with the ultimate automotive magazine. Call now for your free introductory issue of Car and Driver.
Next week, it's the first test of Chrysler's new PT Cruiser, the retro-looking hot rod with a huge interior and a very affordable price. Plus, the story of the first muscle car, the Pontiac GTO, and the story of the road test that created the future of Car and Driver. And then, Honda rolls out an all-new personal coupe, the Acura 3.2 CL, with new power and performance. That's next week on Car and Driver Television. For a VHS copy of today's show, call 1-800-981-7859. Show videos are just $12.95 plus shipping and handling. Car and Driver Television is an RTM production.